What if the biggest threats to your success aren't external, but lie hidden inside your own thinking? Many people sabotage their progress without even realizing it, caught in a trap of subtle but deadly mindset habits. Imagine drifting through life with an indifferent attitude or freezing up by overthinking decisions. These hidden forces quietly erode every opportunity. Today, we'll expose 7 destructive mental habits that slay success before it can even take root, and how to break free before they ruin your future. Indifference and drift. One of the most dangerous slayers of success is indifference, when you just don't care enough to put in the effort. It's that shrug of the shoulder, the feeling that nothing really matters, so why bother trying? This silent slayer creeps in quietly, eroding ambition and replacing drive with a sense of aimless drifting. The problem with drifting is clear. You can't float your way to the top of any mountain. Success demands passion, energy, and a refusal to settle for just getting by. Indifference often disguises itself as contentment or a "why stress" attitude, but that mindset slowly slays potential by allowing opportunities to slip through your fingers. People convince themselves they'll pour their heart into something if only circumstances were different: a better job, more time, or a less complicated life. The truth is, whatever your situation, real change comes from fully committing to where you are and pouring yourself in 100%. This level of engagement opens doors and reveals new paths, while laziness or detachment assures you'll remain stuck. But first, it's important to understand another silent slayer that often masks itself as thoughtful caution: indecision and paralysis. Indecision is a subtle but powerful enemy of progress. It's the mental paralysis that keeps you stuck on the fence, unable to take decisive action. Fear of making the wrong choice often leads people to freeze completely, hoping to avoid failure by avoiding any decision at all. Yet the longer you remain indecisive, the more momentum and opportunity you lose. The truth is, no one picks the perfect path every time, but making a choice and committing is the engine of forward movement. Living a full life means engaging in a constant series of decisions, some right, some wrong, but every decision teaches you something valuable. The wrong choices often lead to the best lessons, sharpening your judgment and preparing you for better calls down the road. Rather than fearing mistakes, the key is to embrace action as a form of growth. Waiting for certainty is an illusion. The brave move forward, knowing each step builds the adventure and experience we all need. Indecision, much like indifference, quietly strips away potential but can be overcome with a mindset shift that values movement over hesitation. Once you become comfortable choosing and learning from those choices, the road to success becomes clearer. But even with a decision made, another silent slayer lurks close behind: doubt, especially self-doubt, which can undermine every effort you make. The trap of doubt. Doubt functions like a plague on progress, with self-doubt being the most destructive form. It chips away at confidence, convincing you that you're not good enough, capable enough, or worthy of success. This insidious mindset puts a halt to bold actions before they even begin, fueling hesitation and second-guessing. Chronic doubters trap themselves in a cycle of negativity that limits their vision and potential, afraid to take risks or believe in their own abilities. The antidote to doubt lies in belief, starting with self-belief and a clear understanding of your own worth. Recognizing your value and capability is the foundation of progress because it empowers you to face challenges head-on. Belief doesn't mean ignoring flaws or risks. It means trusting that you have what it takes to learn, adapt, and succeed. Overcoming doubt is critical because it colors all your decisions and actions. Without belief in yourself, even the best strategies falter. Yet once you embrace positivity and trust your potential, every step forward becomes possible. Moving on from doubt, there is one more mental trap that deeply affects many. Take a moment to like and subscribe before we step into it. The burden of worry. Worry is a silent but devastating disease that seeps into every corner of your life, from health to relationships and ultimately your success. It drains your energy and focus, leaving you vulnerable to physical and emotional exhaustion. Long-term worry can even bring you to your knees, robbing you of peace and clarity. Many people spend years trapped in this cycle, burdened by what-ifs that rarely come true but guarantee stress and missed opportunities. The struggle with worry is deeply personal, and breaking free is no simple feat. It often takes persistent effort over months or even years to reclaim your mind from this habit. Yet the payoff is priceless. A life where challenges remain, but anxiety no longer controls your response. By consciously choosing to let go of worry, you open space for creativity, resilience, and better decision-making, all essential ingredients for lasting success. Living free of worry doesn't mean you avoid difficulties. It means you face them with a clear head and calm heart. This shift transforms obstacles into problems you can solve rather than threats to your well-being. Some of the heaviest chains come not just from fear, but from how cautiously we react to life's risks. Overcaution and fear of risk. Overcaution can quietly destroy your potential. At first, it feels responsible, careful, measured, safe, but taken too far, caution becomes a cage. You start living in what if. What if I fail? What if I lose? What if it doesn't work? The more you rehearse worst-case scenarios, the easier it becomes to avoid action altogether. And while that may feel secure, it guarantees one thing: stagnation. The truth is, life itself is risky. From the moment you're born, nothing is guaranteed. Trying is risky, investing is risky, starting something new is risky. But not trying carries its own cost. The cost of regret, missed growth, and unrealized potential. Avoiding risk doesn't eliminate danger, it simply trades opportunity for comfort. And comfort rarely builds greatness. Living boldly doesn't mean being reckless. It means accepting calculated risks as part of growth. Security is often an illusion, but progress requires movement. When you step forward despite uncertainty, you expand your capacity, your confidence, and your future. Success belongs to those willing to give life a go, even when the outcome isn't certain. With courage to take risks, the mind must also be guarded against another subtle but corrosive force: pessimism and negativity. Pessimism is a quiet but powerful enemy of success. It drains motivation by constantly focusing on what's wrong instead of what could go right. A pessimist searches for faults, doubts outcomes, and finds reasons why things won't work. When you expect failure, you don't give your full effort. Progress gets blocked before it even begins because your mindset has already decided the result. What makes pessimism so dangerous is how it shapes your daily thinking. Your mind works like a factory, and every thought you allow in becomes an ingredient. If you constantly feed it negativity, through the news you consume, the conversations you entertain, or the fears you replay, you start building a life filled with hesitation and limitation. Most people don't realize how much their thinking habits influence their results. Change begins when you become intentional about what enters your mind. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing to see possibilities alongside obstacles. Success grows from better thinking habits. As you think, so you become. Guard the door of your mind carefully and fill it with thoughts that strengthen, not weaken your future. And when negativity stops being a thought and starts becoming a voice, it turns into something even more dangerous: complaint. The poison of complaining. Complaining is one of the most destructive attitude diseases because it slowly erodes your future without you realizing it. It may begin as a simple expression of frustration, but repeated often enough, it becomes a habit of thought. As the transcript warns, even 5 minutes of complaining is 5 minutes wasted. Worse, it can mark the beginning of something far more damaging, a pattern that eats away at ambition and productivity. Instead of building momentum, you drain it. Instead of strengthening your resolve, you weaken it with every negative word. The danger lies in how normal complaining feels. You convince yourself that you are just being honest about your circumstances. Yet constant whining, murmuring, and griping condition your mind to search for what is wrong rather than what can be improved. Your mental factory, which builds the fabric of your life, starts producing limitations instead of possibilities. Over time, this mindset becomes economic and personal sabotage. You may not notice the shift at first, but your growth quietly stalls. The silent slayers of success work behind the scenes, chipping away at your potential through mindset traps like indifference, doubt, worry, and pessimism. Recognizing and overcoming these mental obstacles is the first step toward unlocking lasting progress. Remember, success isn't just about actions. It starts with what you choose to believe and think. If this video helped shift your mindset, please like and subscribe for more insights to fuel your journey.